So today in our pre-meeting, we were discussing things that we wanted to work through, energies that we were feeling, and some stuff that came up was anxiety around healing and resistance, dealing with that inner resistance. So as we move forward into these new spaces, as I introduce ideas and concepts that are going to empower your life and really support you so that you can be your best self and do all that fun stuff, there are limiting beliefs, there are things that we generally hang on to that we have utilized in the past to create the stories that our past is full of. And so, in order to move into a new space, really learning how to release inwardly, how to let things be, because it's such a subtle energy. It's something that's deep inside you. It can often be hard for people to see or diagnose, and we go through all these avenues to try to figure out how to help us find that place of inner peace. When it's always much easier to just dive in right from the beginning, go to that space, and then see what you can bring up. So again, our theme for today is that inner release, really working through existence, working through stress and anxiety. I invite you to sit up just to get started because it is 11. We're going to move through our bodies real quick. So as you sit up, I invite you on the floor, provide a little bit of space in front of you. We're going to do some of that the yoga stretches that we do to wake up. So to start, we're going to take some deep cleansing breaths. We're just going to do 3 of them. I want you to breathe deep into your belly, all the way up to your chest, and then just let it all go. And really release. It doesn't have to be pretty. Fully in. Last one. Now let your breathing go to normal. And we're just going to rotate that awareness and keep it inside, allowing things outside of this moment and this inner space to just gently fade into the background. If there's anything that's super important, put it in a box. Imagine just a little box. Put that thought or that thing in there. We're going to put it away and we can deal with it after the session. If anything comes up or anything is constantly on your mind, okay, you'll remember it after and then return to the practice. So as you find yourself sitting here, I want you to connect. I invite you to connect with your body. Just going scanning from head to toe in a very gentle way. You run your awareness across your body and you see how you feel. Do you experience any tension? Is there any stress in your lower back or your shoulders tight? And if they are, relax them. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, relax your jaw, let your chin be tall. Imagine a blade of grass. It's not stiff, but it's firm, it's tall, it stands, it's got that upward inner energy, even if it's at a relaxed place. And so as you're going into this place, this inner world, sometimes there's like slight shifts that happen. That's okay. Really don't fight it. But the goal is stillness. And as you set that as an intention, it can benefit everything else. So first one that I always like to start with is child's pose. So you come up on tabletop. You're going to put your toes together, having your knees facing out, really gentle, really soft. And then you're going to walk your hands in front of you and you're going to rest your forehead and, if you can, your chest on the ground. So your arms stretched all the way in front of you, forehead on the mat, and just take some deep breaths into this place. And relax. Breathing all the way down to your tailbone. And relax. And on the exhale, make sure you're not holding any tension in your shoulders or in your hands. Just really connect to the ground, feeling your energy drop deep. Feel how supported you are, how firm the ground is. Keep your awareness at that connecting point between you and the earth. And as you continue to breathe, imagine your energy shooting down into the center of the planet, just really connecting with Gaia herself. If you want to imagine roots, on the inhale, you breathe into your roots and they just go down and they support you, they ground you fully in this moment, just feeling. Letting your thoughts become still, your emotions become still, feeling in your body, and recognize that you're safe. Right now, you are supported, you're in a safe space. All the struggle and the fight and the things we tend to run away from aren't present. This is just you. You having this moment, just stretching out on the ground. And then as it feels right, I invite you to gently come up on your hands, coming to that tabletop position. On the inhale, really gentle, chin facing up. On the exhale, you pull your chin under, you arch your back, and you go into cat. So on the inhale, down, pushing your back and up, and exhale. Now I invite you to just play here for a second. Feel that lucidity in your spine. If there's any tension, any stress through any of that, just relax it. You can do little circles with your butt, your hips. Just feeling yourself get nice and loose, nice and easy. And then as it feels right, you're gonna curl your toes under like this. So before they were flat, you can't see. I'm gonna curl my toe under like that. And then you're gonna gently push up so that your knees come off the ground and you push back and gently pedal out your heels. It's not about straining. It's not about forcing. There's no perfect way to do it. Just feel your body. Feel yourself in alignment. Relax your head down so that your neck is relaxed. And you're just kind of hanging there. The goal of this is to straighten your back. If you need to bend your knees, totally do it. But try to keep your back straight. Shoulders kind of up by your ears. Just relax. Not straining too hard. Just feeling. Breathe into that space. Breathing into your nose and relaxing. Do 2 more. Last one, all the way in. Gently walk your hands back. So you just have a nice little dangle, just hanging at the hips, feeling a stretch through your legs, allowing them to be straight. And if you're only right here, that's fine. If your hands touch the ground, that's cool too. Just find that still place. Relax again into the ground. And on this breath, imagine the breath shooting out your back all the way up to the sky. Just feel, just do your best. Fully in and relax. On this inhale, we're going to raise our arms above our head, full expanding out, breathing all the way up to the top. Let it go. Feeling tall. This is mountain pose. Fully in. You can have your hands clasped together up above your head. I like to interlock my fingers and with my pointer finger facing out. Honestly, whatever feels best. Breathing deep into your chest, putting your shoulders back. Just tall and confident. Gently, we're going to swan dive down. So you put your hands out, pop your chest out, come down again to the hang. Rest here. On the inhale, we go up half back, where you kind of roll your shoulders back and straighten your spine. Try and put a 90-degree angle between your hips and your legs and your back. And then you drop down again. Shake it out a little bit. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Now, gently, we're going to walk our hands to the top of our mat. And you're going to go into a very simple plank. Just feel this for a second. If you need to be on your arm or your elbows, you can do that too. We're just going to hold this, tightening our core, kind of activating that part of our body. Making sure that your hips are dropped down. You're not trying to have your butt in the air for this one. Really kind of drop your hips, let that be straight. And just close your eyes. Keep your focus on your inner body. And just feel as you hold your body up, as you hold the entire planet away from you. And if you need to drop down on your elbows, that's fine. Just feel it. Then gently, we're going to drop our hips down, go into a slight push-up so that and if you rest on the ground, that's fine. Then you're going to slowly push the earth away, leading you up into a gentle cobra. So your legs are out behind you. You really want to feel your hips and your pelvis on the ground. And just breathe into your belly. If you want your arms out in front of you a little bit to help support you, that's great. Just try and keep the shoulders down away from your ears. Feeling that stretch. Gently come back up to tabletop. And we're gonna take a leg. I'm gonna take my right leg and put it forward. You can either mirror me or whatever you want. Put one leg forward and let there be a nice gentle arch. Keep your hips straight in the direction that you're headed. And this leg, my toe is pointed straight back. So I'm really lined up this way. And then all I do is I gently lean into the front leg, making sure that you're safe with your knees. If you have knee problems, be careful. Let me know. We can readdress. And really dropping down, you're going to feel that stretch right here through your hip flexor. So breathing deep into this hip. It's a very strong muscle right here. And it's used to holding a lot of tension. So just kind of breathe, feel that. 2 more, fully in. Release, relax, accept, allow. Gently, we shift our weight back into our hips, straightening, leaving our heel where it is. And just feel that gentle stretch as you kind of lean forward, letting your body just drape. There's a nice stretch that'll happen across your calf, all the way back up through your butt. If you want an advanced stretch, pull your toes and take them and pull them closer to you to stretch out your calf a little more. Make sure that your body's straight. This isn't about forcing. And really pop that back hip out. Ooh. Nice. Okay, come forward again. Then we're going to switch legs. Switch legs, go to the other side. A nice deep lunge. If you want to advance your lunge, feel free to bring your back knee off the ground and kind of hold that just to see where you're at. But again, I have my knee down because I'm just warming up. Keeping your hips in alignment. You don't want to turn your hips out, keeping your shoulders and your hips forward. And you just really relax into this pose. If you need to scoot your toe forward a little bit to help deepen your stretch, you can. Making sure that your knee, toes, heel are all in alignment with your hip, and the same going back, just nice and gentle. Gently, we're going to extend our hips back, getting into the heel. You can pull your heel towards you if you want, just kind of waking up that part of your body. Finding that stretch, finding it. And there's this great concept in the talent code. It's called a space of deep learning. And where you want to be at for deep learning is that space just below unbearable, but above uncomfortable. Really being in that space of learning and growth requires a level of uncomfortable, because that means you're in the right area. That means something is growing, something is, connecting. There's things that are happening. So really find out that stretch for you, being really gentle with your knees. Rock your hip forward and bring it back. Perfect. So now we're going to find ourselves seated. And I really invite you to sit up on this one, especially during the day classes. Sometimes morning, it's good to lay down. But for this practice, let's make sure that we're seated, sitting up tall, really being present in our world. It's so easy to fall asleep and just be in that place of rest. And again, like I said, sometimes that's exactly what you need, and do it. And this space, we want to provide that opportunity to really sit up tall, be present, strengthen those back muscles, strengthening your legs. And I invite you into your inner world. Again, the theme of today is about resistance. It's about moving through resistance. How do we address anxiety when it pops up? Taking deep breaths. And as I talk, as I share, I want you to continue with that deep rolling breath. So fully in, belly, chest. And let it all go. Finding that balance, finding that center. Keep going. So in resistance, why do we hang on to things? Keep breathing. We hang on to things because we believe it will serve us. There's an understanding that If I hold this, if I can control this, my world will be safer. And there's some truth in that, for sure. Fully in, release. Fully in, release. So we talked about that inner release. As we breathe in and let go, there's a beautiful lesson in it. You take in whatever comes and you let it out. Continuing with that process, find a rhythm that works well for you and don't stop. Breathing fully in and letting go. And if you feel lightheaded or buzzing or tingling in your fingers, that's right, it's okay. Fully in and let go. Whatever thought comes to mind, breathe fully in and let go. Whatever feeling comes to mind, fully in and let go. Whatever sensations come into your physical body, breathe into it, fully in and let go. Throughout this process, we learn that these are things that occur. We observe our thoughts, we feel our emotions, we notice our body. And in all of that, we understand that we are not those things. Because the observed can't be the observer. As we notice our thoughts, what does the noticing, what is noticed, is not the one noticing. As you feel your emotions, the one feeling the emotion is not the emotion. So as we dive into this breath and we really go, give it our best, fully in and release. Imagine gathering up all that tension, breathing into it, and letting it go. And you can visualize it however you'd like. Buzzing, tension, little dark energy. Gather it all together with your breath and let it go. And as we stick with our breath, we uncover a truth that you are the one controlling your breath. And those feelings and those emotions don't have to dictate what you do. They're just things you feel. They're things that come through you. So I'm going to invite you to sit and continue to breathe fully in and release, finding your rhythm, finding your pace, no stopping, just feeling. And see what comes up. Observe what comes up. And I challenge you to remain in stillness. Continuing that breath, fully in and letting it go, and letting your body be still. If there's any tension that pops up, relax it. Breathe into it. Any uncomfortable thoughts or emotions, use your breath. Breathe into them. Remember, our intention is healing. So gather that healing on the inhale and shoot it out into the world. I invite you to give it a slight buzz if you want. Whatever feels right, go to that place. We're over halfway there, just stick with the breath. Feeling yourself get calm. Feeling yourself get centered. Just feeling yourself. remembering to breathe fully in and release. No pausing. Letting it be gentle, as slow as you want, as long as it's the same. Equal in, equal out. Really give yourself up to the rhythm, the waves as they come crashing through. Keeping with the intention, I invite you to call or use the mantra, I am healed. I am healing. I am whole. Something in that realm. If you're dealing with anxiety, I am at peace. Breathing into that intention. Breathing fully in, all the way to the top, and release. All the way in, I am peace. And on the exhale, you feel it shoot through your body. It's easy to go slower. It's easy to go shallow. It feels safer. We talked about being at the edge of your capacity. How close are you to the edge of your capacity? And if you can go further, breathe in faster. I invite you to dive into this breath. Belly, chest, all the way to the top. There you go. Keep it up. Fully in, release. Fully in, release. This is our last minute. 1 minute left. This is your last chance to charge up the body, to charge up the systems. Breathing deep into your belly, letting your diaphragm release on the inhale, all the way into your chest, and let it go. Imagine breathing all the way from your base up to your head, filling every crevice with air. Expand your lungs. See what they're capable of. Last 10 breaths. Make them count. Fully in. Fully in. Keep going. Keep it up. 5 left. 4 left. Expand those lungs. Last 2. Last one all the way in. Drop your chin, drop your shoulders. Release, relax, accept, allow. We're gonna hold with no air in the lungs. We're gonna hold for 1 minute. Just feel, really relax. Let your body relax, let your mind relax. Just feel what your body is capable of feeling. If you breathed at this level, you have enough oxygen to sustain yourself for minutes. We're only holding it for 1. You're a fourth of the way there. You're doing great. Any tension comes up, relax into it. Remember your intention. I am healed. I am at peace. I release resistance. I accept things as they are. There are stages to all of this. The first stage might be resisting. I resist resistance, which sounds funny. Find the gem in there. What's the opposite of resistance? Acceptance. I accept. Let that be your mantra. I accept. And then whatever comes up, whatever you feel, I accept. It's 1 minute. Just diving down, releasing, relaxing, accepting, allowing. When it's time to breathe, you're going to take that deep breath in. Filling your lungs all the way to the top. Drop your chin, drop your shoulders, release, relax, accept, allow, and you can hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. If you're still holding, it's a minute and 30 seconds. Just easing into it, finding that stillness, that sacred space inside of you that is safe. Your inner sanctum, your inner world. Finding that. Feeling supported, feeling grounded, feeling present. That's 2 minutes. In this space, I'm going to let you explore this inner silence, this stillness. We've introduced the idea of a garden and having your personal garden in this space. If you want to tend to your garden, find a seed, find an intention, and plant it. I am safe. What would that feel like as a seed? I am protected. I am okay. I'm happy. Any of that. Imbue it into a seed and imagine planting it in that garden. And then water it every day. As you go off into this space, find the stillness. Allowing your body to sit up tall, like that blade of grass. Stacking the back, stacking the spine. And then being still there. Keeping that stillness, remaining in silence. We have 1 minute left. And I want you to be in your space, in your inner world, free of any distractions, myself included. So find that space, find that stillness, and sit in it. Gently invite the tone to call you back to this moment. Bring your awareness to the present, to your body as it is right now. Scan your body from head to toe, running your awareness down your head, between your eyebrows, underneath your eyes, relaxing your ears, relaxing your jaw, letting the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth, dropping the shoulders down, going down the spine, feeling it into your chest cavity and your lungs, relaxing everything it touches down all the way through your abdomen, relaxing your abs, relaxing that gut place, releasing into your hips, down your legs to your knees, all the way to your feet, and shooting into the ground. And gently, as we start to wake up, allow your environment, this room, to come back into focus. Feeling present, feeling grounded, feeling excited and ready to play with some of these energies. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you need to relax, you can roll your head around. Relax out that neck. Go forward, go back. Ease up on the spine. Finding yourself nice and centered. Thank you for joining us for that little breathwork practice and stillness. We're going to move into journaling right now. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen, pull one nearby. Usually for journaling, I like 3 questions, which I can repeat once people get back. And the questions are, what was your favorite aspect? What did you enjoy the most? What did you enjoy the most? Second question is, where did you experience resistance? And then the final question is, how can you see this practice or this daily activity, this routine? How can you see this benefiting your life? So I invite you to spend some time with those questions. We're going to go for 5 minutes, just journaling and recording. I'm going to do it with you. I have a fun question to add today in this whole process. It's important to ask yourself, how do I actually feel? So often we want to focus on the future and we want to focus on riches and abundance and accept all this fun stuff, these feelings that we want to have. So another question that I want to add to today is, how do I actually feel? So we're going to sit with that for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, take your time, really get some of those soulful answers out. And I always recommend actually writing this. If you finish the questions early, feel free to just free write your thoughts, write what you're excited about, write what you struggle with, as you move past in this journaling process. But, yeah.
Could you repeat the first 3 questions?
Of course. So question number 1 is, what did you enjoy most about the session? What did you enjoy most? Question number 2 is, where did you experience resistance? Where did you experience resistance? And let me know if you need me to clarify that one for you, because I can speak to that. And then the final question is, how can you see this benefiting your life? And then that 4th fun question today is, what do I actually feel? Or how do I actually feel? How am I actually feeling? Not how do I want to feel or how do I hope to feel, but how do I authentically feel? Feel. right now? How do I authentically feel right now? I like that. I think it provides such a good basis because you need to know where you're at to help you understand where you're going. And most of us are so focused on getting away from where we're at that we can't view it objectively. So 3 more minutes, 3 more minutes, see what your answers are. And if you finish those questions, go into them, spend more time with them. Like, what question calls you? What do you want to write about? Journal that. So 1 minute left, just wrapping it up, wrapping up our thoughts. Stay on the page. You know, it's easy to feel like we've done it and then just move on. But I really, for these journaling portions, like stay on the page, keep writing, keep letting ideas flow, just letting that come out of you. Because I promise you, there's more to write about. You could take way longer than 5 minutes to write and express your thoughts. So I figured we shouldn't have any type of like homework that we don't do in class. Because again, the goal of this isn't to fill up your life with more of this class. It's to give you everything that you need so that from the end of class, you can move forward in a more empowered way. With that idea, um, there are activities and exercises and like challenges that we kind of want to share with you just as offerings. You don't have to accept them. There's no pass or fail grade. This isn't about getting graded. It's about how much you want to integrate these energies into your life. So a great example of that is, so we were talking about releasing, that inner release, finding moments today where you can let things go, being in choice at that way. Like, you know, if someone comes to you and they're yelling and they're yelling and your initial reaction is to get frustrated, deciding to let that go is a beautiful activity. You know, if you're trying to communicate to somebody and they're not understanding you and you feel yourself get frustrated, deciding to let that go, returning to that, how do I actually feel? Okay, okay. How do I actually feel? What do I actually want to accomplish? That kind of stuff can be really fun to play with. So, does that give you some clear direction for the day? Nods. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Yes, Ruben, if you have a question, feel free to chime in. Or were you
Yeah.
just saying hi?
I was like, it was like whenever you started playing the bowl, I felt like there was just a hand and it just covered my eyes, and I just started having like a huge headache for some reason.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Sometimes the bowls can be super activating for people. If that ever comes up and it's just the tone is for whatever reason feeling uncomfortable, feel free to turn down the volume. That can help. That bowl specifically is designed for your higher. So in like sound theory with the chakra systems, The wider the bowl, like a 12-inch bowl, is going to really ground you. And that's going to be a really grounded tone. And I'm excited to get one of those in here to share with you guys. As the bowls get smaller, they kind of move up your system, especially, and like they raise in tone. And so this one is a C. So it's supposed to be, it's designed to be grounding and help you settle, but it's a 6-inch C. So what that means is that it's going to be for your upper grounding. So it kind of grounds you in your mind. That's why, and I use that because as we're going into this like sacred space that, you know, kind of gives you some clarity. But again, if that ever feels uncomfortable or anything like that, you learn to trust your system. You know, I obviously don't want you to have a headache. Sometimes I get headaches when I do this because I forget to breathe. So sticking to a breath, like going into that process, you know, you're so relaxed that you're just like at peace and you just settle, which is lovely, but you can forget to breathe. So kind of letting that start up again. And if you ever experience any sort of uncomfortable, again, breathing into it is really helpful. Thank you for bringing that up. Is there anyone else who wanted to add anything before we turn off the recording? Cool. Cool. Well, thank you for being here. I love you. Thank you for sharing your light and energy with me today. This session is going to be posted to Spotify. I also on like YouTube. There's a bunch of things. We're sharing it kind of everywhere, just making this available. So whatever streaming platform you enjoy most, we're going to try to get some of this out there. So I love you. Have good energy. Have a day that's worthy of you. Like today is our day. You're never going to get another today. So make it count, you know, enjoy your friends, enjoy going out, enjoy being with people and sharing those memories because, you know, that's what can sustain you. And so really, really enjoying it as fully as you can. So I love you. I love you. I love you. All the blessings, all the love. Mwah! You got this. There we go.